Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Monday, March 23rd, 2026. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have here? Basically the Asian sessions was non-event. We got the retail sales data in Poland below the forecast, but better than the previous ones. But it's only Poland, you know. Euro, Germany Buba Mauderer will give a speech 10 past 10. Bank of Japan monthly report will be published at noon. And then we got ECB Lane to give a speech at 5 o'clock during the US session, and Atlanta Fed GDPNow data is scheduled for release at 6 o'clock. Please remember, this is the first week after a very busy week on Forex market that took place last week. We got interest rate decision from ECB, Swiss National Bank, Fed, Bank of England. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. Plenty of different situation and scenarios are here to be considered. So we start with technical part. Euro dollar goes first. So euro dollar goes first. Let me just switch to the euro dollar. We go back to Bitcoin just in a minute, but now euro dollar 4-hour time frame chart, neutral momentum, and we are likely moving lower. ABC to the upside, done. Breakout to the upside, done, completed. However, if we keep placing our trend line roughly just around here, now was the top as far as I remember, and somewhere here there was a trend line somewhere here, remember? So we are still trading below this trend line. That's my point. There you go. That's the trend line. Yeah, at least one support level. We went as high as 1.1617 consolidation, inside bar, breakout to the downside, and now volatility is very limited. Nevertheless, we are below. We are testing the last week's low. Okay, and if we break below this level, then the next target is a little bit below 1.1508, 1.1490, 1.1474, 1.1452. That's the low for the wave B. So ABC is done. We will now leave it here. What is the situation here on the euro dollar? As far as I can see, this is some sort of the corrective decline which is moving lower. That might be considered as the wave, if we even consider this movement to the downside as the impulsive situation here, right? So what do we have here? We have the wave 1, possibly wave 2. Now if we consider this to be wave 3, this to be wave 4, and this to be wave 5, that's kind of a interesting situation we have now on this screen, and that scenario says ABC to the upside fits perfectly. However, this correction is too short in time and in price, so maybe, just maybe, it might evolve into more complex and let's say time-consuming correction. So for now, let's stick with this. Now, British pound, maybe it's the same situation can be applied here. 1 2 3 4 5, there you go. 1 wave 2, 1 2 3 4 5, that would be wave 3, ABC to the upside. Wave 4, let me just place this very quickly. Let me just place this Elliott wave situation here. Wave 1, obviously. Wave 2, if we consider wave, well, no, wave 3 would be here, wave 4 and wave 5. So wave 3 would be somewhere here. Yeah, wave 4 and wave 5 to the downside. So let me just move the wave 3 rather roughly around here. So the wave 4 would be here, and the wave 5 would be here. So that's again some sort of the correction, right? So this is some sort of the correction here. ABC to the upside looks very nice. 1 2 3 4 5. ABC 1 2 3 4 5, perfect zigzag. This one is bigger in time, this one is not. So it looks like we are still moving inside of the very nice let's say trend line resisted area. We completed 5 waves to the downside. We completed ABC to the upside, so the correction is done as well. Now the situation is with this kind of a movement to the downside, back below the trend line. Please watch 1.3249, 1.3214, and another technical support 1.3189. Very similar to the euro dollar. Now US dollar versus the Japanese yen, pull back to the downside, back down towards 157.52, completely reversed. 160 next. Momentum is back above the level of 50. Now it's back above the level of 60. Please consider the situation where we can see US dollar versus the Japanese yen above 160 even this week. Now let me just take a look at the US dollar index. Remember, US dollar index, let me just take a look at weekly. There you go. The weekly is looking quite interesting to me. Let me tell you why. If you take a look here on weekly, you can see that area here, this area here. Let me just copy that line. Look at this and this and this area here. All right, look at this. Perfect technical resistance. Once broken, but very, very quickly moved lower, and new low was made. Okay, down, 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 breakout, down, down, down. Rejection, rejection, rejection. So this area here, 99.54, 100 point, let's say 50. Okay, this area is the key area to the upside. Any breakout above this area is bullish, so please consider that situation on the weekly. What is going on? The bulls are keep trying. Dips are being bought. Dips are being bought on US dollar. You can see it on the weekly, right? So any breakout here can be massive. This breakout here, it will target next 101.70 today on the weekly. This is the weekly 100 periods moving average. Then we will target straight on 104.33, then 106.10, and then the highs from the 2025 109.62. If we break above this zone, obviously. All right. Gold market doesn't look good at all. Doesn't look good. That's bearish. Oh, that's bearish very much. So let me just take a look. How big is this drop? How big is this? I keep forgetting where is my price range tool. I bet it was somewhere here. No, I bet it was somewhere here. Yes. So since the top at 5,418, we went as low as, including today, 4,098, minus almost 25% down on weekly. And on weekly it looks bad. It looks bad. Look at this. That's not good. Look at this. Look how big this correction is. Look at this. We are going back in time. Look at this. The next correction like that is in March 2022. And that's only like 21 or something like this, right? And that was 3 years ago. So, and this, look at the momentum. Oh, sorry, I've moved my line. Look at this momentum here. It should be here, of course. Look at this momentum. 4 weeks in a row. Look at daily. Look at daily. That's enormous. However, don't be just one-sided. Don't be one-sided. Why? Because keep another point of view. Don't just get one point of view. Look at this. What do we have here? Top for sure. A, B, and C. Perfect correction. Very nice correction for the whole movement to the upside. That's definitely a different cycle, ABC to the downside, than it is here. So some sort of the cycle to the upside had been completed. and some sort of the correction had been completed. Maybe we will touch 3,900, but we are already digging into the extremely oversold conditions. So please don't be one-sided only in that situation. Very big sharp sell-off. Nevertheless, the dips around 4,000 are being bought right now. We will see how this will end at the end of the day. Nevertheless, it can be ABC to the downside. It can be ABC to the downside, not only sell-off. S&P 500 is, as I said, below 6,578. Current low 6,431. Finally, we broke out of this consolidation, of this range. We broke out to the downside, pulled back. We didn't hold it. S&P 500 keeps targeting lower levels. Let me see on a daily where we go. So that's now technical resistance. Here you are. And where is the support? Next one used to be here. Now this is the resistance. And it's, to be honest, it's quite hard to say where is the next target, but I think 6,357 might be the target for the bears. This is the low from the September 2025. Crude oil just below the 100 yet again. So you can see this level here, 101, just being rejected by the bears. Nevertheless, as you can see, we range here, right? We range here into the quite neutral to positive momentum. This might be a bullish breakout sooner or later. All right, so please pay attention, keep focus. Very easily defined range. Nevertheless, sooner or later there will be breakout. It looks like for now 101 is being rejected. Nevertheless, any breakout above this level and we go to 110, 120 straight on. Last but not least, the Bitcoin broke below the trend line. Now it's being now the trend line is being tested. For now it was rejected. So right now bears are in charge of this market. We back below the level of 70,000. We couldn't even hold for one day the level above 75,000. This is definition of the bearish market in the short term, and bears have control over this market. Look at this, we almost hit the internal trend line as well. So bears are in charge of this market. We will remove these levels here because no one pays attention anymore to these levels, as our range has changed, has shift, sorry, and yeah, that was swift movement and swift change, by the way. So this is the next technical resistance. This is the next target for the bulls if they have the momentum to get there. 71,337, and this is the next one. So for now, that still is the key technical level. Swing high, key technical resistance, false breakout, rejection, breakout below the trend line, for now rejected. Local low was even 67,361, way below the level of 70,000, but into the extremely oversold conditions. There is a potential for the movement to the upside. There is potential to movement above the $70,000. However, for now, it doesn't look good for bulls. If there is a breakout to the downside, the next target is around 66,161, 65,618. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.